What the?
You're going to have to become a monster wrangler.
Seems like I'm back in business.
Let's go!
Alright. I guess I'm back. Okay. I don't know what that was. I'm literally wired in, so my internet just failed on me. Luckily nothing has happened of interest for me, so we're all good.
The so-called hero is here!
That was Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince from Square Enix. What kind of journey will you take to become the master of monster kind? Please be on the lookout for more info in the future.
Next, we have more news on a certain game with plant-like creatures.
All right. Let's see. Let's see how this goes.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps. As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms. There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin. And the adorable rescue pup, Ochi. Good boy. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and save any castaways you find. All right, let's explore together. Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action. Blow your
Okay, there's a day timer, thank God. And it looks like there's a limited chunk of night. Cool. Cool. Okay with that.
They'll start working for you. Ochi will also prove to be a great canine companion. He can carry items with Pikmin, or smash obstacles in your way. And if you need a flotation device, well...
I hate this. This is one of my biggest complaints. I'll talk about this later.
Stand up to the wildest creatures.
I just don't like Ochi. I don't like that he... it's a Game Boy.
Scattered around the planet to fix the spaceship's radar and open up new areas to explore.
Sure.
Exploration isn't limited to the surface, though. Why not take the plunge underground? Here, a completely different environment.
So one of my biggest worries was that they'd do away with the day timer. They've kept it in the overworld, which is great. The environments look fun. I've just had so many concerns. Yeah, I agree. Like, the kitchen is nice.
Some castaways too. Hey, wait a minute. This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got to stop him.
You're kidding me. Was I...
Time for a Dandori battle. Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi. Collect more...
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait.
Time limit to win and save the castaway.
Oh, no. Okay, so it's not... That's not...
You'll be able to do more.
That's part of the main game. That's not a multiplayer.
Train Ochi and teach him new skills.
I hate this. Why is there so much Ochi?
Or build new equipment and items to help make exploration more manageable.
I mean, that's fine. I'd rather you just find the...
Set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch. Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert. Thankfully, you'll come across the new Glow Pikmin.
Oh, there's...
Only appear at night.
Glow Pikmin.
Find luminols that produce valuable glow sap. These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use Glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminols. Many more.
Why are they ghosts?
but with the Pikmin and Ochi by your side.
Oh, I'm not even full screen. What am I doing?
Or too small.
The Pikmin movement still looks pretty bad too. They cut out most of their animation. They just kind of doop.
Pikmin games, you had to return to your spaceship before sundown. However, in this latest entry, you can now venture out at night. We hope you can lead the Pikmin on your expedition.
Do you only get those Pikmin at night? Oh, that.
HD versions of the first 2 Pikmin games, originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will launch on Nintendo eShop later today.
Okay, I mean, I'll take that. I'm gonna buy those.
Ahead of the game's release, a demo of Pikmin 4 will be available on Nintendo eShop on June 28th. The demo can be enjoyed even if you've never played a game in the Pikmin series before, so we hope you'll try it.
All right, I'll have to go through that again. That's a lot. That's a lot for my poor brain.
The renowned series of stealth action games is
Nice.
trading Nintendo Switch as Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. This compilation includes Metal Gear Solid, infiltrate and regain control of Shadow Moses Island. Metal Gear Solid 2.
I mean, I'll check these out. It's definitely something I should check out.
Metal Gear,
Especially 3. I've heard 3 is quite good.
confront your former mentor. You can also enjoy the games that started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, as well as the NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. This compilation also contains the first Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel. Sequel. Additional content includes screenplay books and master books with story and character info.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I appreciate that.
And a digital soundtrack. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Today on Nintendo eShop. The first 3 Metal Gear Solid games will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop. It's time to survive. Steel Thyself, Vampire Survivors is coming to Nintendo Switch. Do you have what it takes to survive?
What is this, like
Onslaught of
Wii looking game? like Wii shop looking game.
automatically with your weapons. Seems easy at first, right? But swarms of
Weird. Okay, whatever.
monsters will appear the longer you survive. By getting treasure chests from defeated enemies, or by leveling up, you'll acquire weapons and upgrades for your character. So shape them as you see fit.
My friend makes a good point that we'll have to see about the Metal Gear just because of Konami sucking and whatnot. We'll see what happens, but I'd like to pick it up. Hopefully it's good.
Vampire Survivors launches on the Nintendo Switch system, August 17th. Music and pigeons? Sounds pretty cool. You're a pigeon. Yeah, you heard that right. Play online in this rhythm battle royale and aim to be the last bird standing. Up to 30 players.
What am I looking at?
Musical minigames. Copy the leader's actions perfectly in Yes, Commander. Fire a slingshot to play music in First Piano Shooter. Race and fly to the rhythm in To the Sky, and more. With over 20 minigames, you're in for an impeccably good time.
It's just weird because it's like all the rhythm mini games that Mario Party has ever had in its own weird game.
Royale bops its way onto Nintendo Switch.
But I don't know.
October 31st. Ready, set, yo! Penny is on the run, entangled in a chaotic audition that veered way off script. She's managed to make some powerful enemies and a newly animated friend in this 3D platform.
Why are we talking like we know this character?
You'll explore the bright and colorful world.
Oh, they say it's from the team of Sonic Mania? I mean, that's cool.
Yo-Yo escape the clutches of the grouchy Emperor Eddie. Perform stylish acrobatic tricks to avoid Eddie's massive horde of pushy penguins. And power up Yo-Yo to protect Penny from foul play.
I mean, could be fun. I don't know. It's not really.
To the test.
I still haven't played some of the ones that did really well before, like Hadden Time. So like, whatever, maybe.
And more. This is your
Yeah, WiiWare. That's what I meant. That is exactly what I meant.
when Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch early next year.
Hey, here we go. Okay. I was looking forward to this. New course. Cool.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. Introducing Squeaky Clean Sprint.
It looks fun. I like it.
Also being added.
Prime Plant or PD. Yeah, sure.
PD Piranha
Very nice. Anyone else?
from Mario Kart 7.
Cool. Okay, yeah, they're just filling them. I think there's 5 slots.
And from Mario Kart Tour.
Hey, he's finally in a main game. That's cool. They gotta do funky, right? They gotta do funky. Next, they're saving them for 6.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game zooms onto Nintendo.
Summer. What does that mean? July, August?
Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own. 2 worlds, 1
Don't care. There's always those very specific,
Star Ocean game.
that specific tone, tone and graphics, and art style. I just immediately am like, cool, this is the part of the direct I do not care about.
There, he meets Reina, who possesses
Was there a bathroom course leak, actually? That's funny.
mere coincidence. Soon after, the two get entangled in a sinister plot within the galaxy. In this science fantasy RPG,
Boo, getting King Boo would be great. I mean, if there is 2 more slots, I would say you gotta get Funky Kong, you gotta get King Boo.
from all walks of life.
I mean, Rob from the DS would be hilarious. But I don't know. We'll see what they do.
Who can be recruited to your cause?
The enemy, is it?
Battles take place in real time, and skills can be performed with a single button. New combat features in this remake include stunning enemies with chain attacks. And having allies not in your current party unleash follow-up attacks, letting you map out strategic battles in your favor. As you search for a way home, an ancient prophecy will unfold.
My friends make a good point. What's the last thing gonna be? Because we've covered Pikmin, we've talked about a lot of Mario stuff. There's the Dark Moon port, there's Peach game, and there's RPG.
Wario style. Get ready for more micro game mayhem in the latest WarioWare game.
Okay, it's DLC.
Hold 2 Joy-Con controllers, then action.
No, it's another new WarioWare.
Lightning fast micro games. What you do and how you move depends on the micro game. React quickly with the right on the road to victory.
I'm kind of inclined to get this. We'll see if it's like another $40 game. Sure,
Sync up your actions to
or it might have been 50. I forget.
plus up to 4 players can live it up across various mini games in party mode. For example, this dicey board game is going to keep you on your toes. Get your body moving in over 200 lightning fast micro games.
Why have they not said the name of the game?
In Wario
Move it.
Move It.
Okay.
Launching on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd.
November.
Pre-orders.
Maybe. I like it. I like those games. The last one I bought, we didn't play a lot really. Like we just didn't get a lot of mileage out of it. We played it for like 2 nights.
He was so
So
I didn't want to interrupt.
we'll see.
Anyway, this is the latest WarioWare game. You'll use your entire body to strike different poses and complete microgames.
It could be fun. It might not be worth it again. We'll see what the price is, I think.
Families can join the fun at
Sure.
Nintendo Live.
Me and my friends tried to get in with tried to play the Splatoon tournament thing. We got wiped out.
take photos with some of your favorite characters, and more. Plus, cheer on your favorite players in 2 championships. Eligible attendees can also compete in on-site tournaments and participate in a last chance qualifier. This all-ages celebration is free and will take place September 1st through 4th in Seattle, Washington. Registration for Nintendo Live 2023 ends June 22nd. Head over to the official website and enter the random drawing for a chance to receive tickets. PAX West badge holders interested in attending can visit the official PAX West website for more details. Those not selected will have another chance to attend with the 3 Challenge Cups this summer. The top 10...
I might try the...
Please visit the official website.
That's what, the 21st? I might try the Smash ones. Again, I will get destroyed, but whatever.
Players are enjoying their time in Hyrule,
Oh, is it Zelda DLC?
which released last month.
That could also be the last thing. Unless they're just literally saying, like, hey, yeah, thanks for Zelda.
An amiibo figure of Link from the game was released to coincide with the game's launch. New amiibo of Zelda and Ganondorf are planned to be released this holiday.
Those are cool.
You're looking forward to them. Okay, this next segment will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
All right, let's see. What do we got? It's even more Mario? Oh, so it wasn't the 2D Mario. Okay, so they've announced 4 Mario games. Jesus. I mean, what? The style's kind of fun. I'm trying to see if it's feeling too what's it called? New like the new Super Mario stuff. Okay. So they just have like trip mode. Just fun. Something. Super Mario Bros. Wonder with the Trans Pride logo. I'm sure. Love it. Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit of a range of characters. Oh wait, no, it's just because there is Luigi. Yeah, so that's fun. That's nice that you get to kind of pick. I wonder who else is Yoshi. Okay, it seems like they're doing a couple interesting things. I hate the talking flower. Why am I watching the rockets fly? When we talking? October. Isn't that Spider-Man Day? It is. That's bold. What is this? Okay.
Goomba looks so well then.
I hate the flower, but okay, interesting.
That was the brand new 2D side-scrolling Mario game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
They better use that reverb and delay effect every time they say the title.
The ground could start moving, or you might turn it into something different, for example.
There were also flowers talking. Daisy is playable. And Mario became an elephant at the end.
Yeah, no, no kidding.
Share more details in the future, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you.
Daisy is playable. I mean, in terms of like a traditional game and not a sports game, it might be, honestly. It might be the first time she's playable. All right. I feel like that was a pretty good direct. I had the tech issues in the middle, so that obviously that kind of threw off my vibe. But luckily, it was a true middle. It was nothing I cared about. All right, let's go through because again, so all right, let me think of the order. I'll finish talking about the direct, and then I'll kind of talk about my intentions. All right, so let's recap. Let's see what we were looking at. So much Pokemon stuff, not important to me. Sonic, maybe. I'm not opposed. Beep beep boo. Persona. Oh. This looks interesting. I'm interested in this game. I'm going to make a note of it. Looks like it could be fun. Myth Force. I could get into it. There's the Splatfest. I don't get why there's not chocolate. It's very confusing. But I don't know. I might go vanilla. I might go mint. Strawberry is the only wrong choice for me. I can't spell fest for the life of me. Let's see what else we got. Detective Pikachu looking visually not great, but exciting. For some people, not for me. I'm not gonna play it. RPG. I swear to I knew Super Mario RPG was a separate thing than Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars or whatever. Isn't Geno in the Seven Stars one? Or is he in both? I've only heard him talked about in that one. Right? Or am I going crazy? Because I feel like I feel like they have taken the game that is Seven Stars and called it RPG in this remake. I think that's what happened. Maybe I'm just wrong and dumb. I don't know. Then there's this new Peach game. I would like to be interested in it, but depending on their target demographic, I might not be. If it's just supposed to be more of a kiddie game, then I will not pick it up. But because I already keep falling for buying 2D Kirby games that I don't really enjoy. And then we have the Dark Moon thing, which is a fun, exciting twist. I don't get why it's Dark Moon and not the first one. I assume it's not like they're not gonna do GameCube on NSO or anything like that. So maybe they're just working on a more full remake. But we'll see. I'll probably grab it. Batman. As far as I can tell, it's not Cloud, which honestly, besides Night, I these are old games. So there's no reason they shouldn't run on Switch. Turn Me Up. I do not know that. I assume that's the porting studio. I do not know. I do not know their quality of work, but I would like to. I mean, I've always wanted to get the game, so. Just for posterity, let's scroll through. This is where my stream froze. I do not care about this. I care about this even less. And I think there's like one or two. I think I was even actively watching this, and I did not care. Hello, Bravro. Thank you for coming back. I'm sorry the stream crashed. I was on wired internet, and I've switched to Wi-Fi, and it's better for some reason. No, I think this direct was pretty strong. I'm gonna have some talking to do about Pikmin, but they showed a lot of stuff. They showed honestly more than I expected. This was a nice, good direct, especially after the February one, which was like 20 of the same game. This was a pretty strong direct. I don't really care about this. I have yet to play Sparks of Hope. I really want to play Sparks of Hope. The first one was really fun. Just haven't had the time, and I don't know if I'll have the time. So we'll see. And then we're back to stuff where I was on stream. So let's skip around again. Pikmin, I will talk about last. We're getting the ports, which is crazy and not expected. I'm writing a note, and they're available. They're available, which is awesome. I mean, I'm gonna get them. Clearly, they're amazing games. On Twitter that they just got another free pay. Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. The Splatoon fans are not wrong. My biggest complaint is it's like Neapolitan ice cream is a thing. Like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. So why is it mint chip? It's just such a weird, like, what's wrong with chocolate? And I like, look, I'm gonna say I'm fully biased towards chocolate, but like, it's really strange. Either way, yeah, there's got to be better three-person things that aren't food. We'll see. And like another dessert one too. Because because that's why I'm a fool. It's because we had a literal one that was all chocolate, so they're not gonna have chocolate come back again. I understand. That is cleared up in my mind. It's still bizarre that they should have just done an ice cream one. We didn't need to talk about 3 kinds of chocolate. Shadow. So let me see. Yeah, Dragon Quest Monsters, not quite my thing, but looks like it could be cool. Should get Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 is a fantastic game. In the grand scheme of things, it is probably my favorite Pikmin. It's probably the best Pikmin. It is such a good balance of difficulty, of like it's a nice tight, like you have 30 days, you either do it or you don't, and it's all built around like it's so snappy that you want to play it again and do better. And it's funny. It's challenging. It's such a good game. Pikmin 2 drags on far too much for me. It's still really good, still really well made game, just not what I want out of it, which is another reason why I'm worried about 4. And then 3 is also really, really good. 3 and 1 are like tied to me, but 3 is more of like you're kind of following the story a little bit. There's no hard there's a limit, but it's not a very hard limit, so it's like you're not in danger, but like there's some challenge. It's a very fun game. It's a very pretty game. And then Prime 2, I don't know if they're gonna put 2 and 3 on Switch. I would like them to. Again, Prime 2, another second game in a trilogy that doesn't really work for me, and it was just okay. And then Prime 3 I really, really like, but all the Prime games are very good. I would like them to be on Switch. We'll see if it happens or not. But Prime 1 is like almost such its own thing that I don't know if they will do the other 2. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, let's get back into going through this. We got the Metal Gear stuff. Again, I would like it to be good. I would really like to play these games at some point, so I hope this can be that way to do that. Weird rhythm game, platformer. Mario Kart DLC looks really cool. Good character additions. And then WarioWare Move It. Like I said, I'm interested because I do like the Wario games when I get to play them, but I just like the other one just wasn't really worth the price for me. It just didn't really do enough for me. Like it basically it didn't present itself as an option to play against Mario Party, which is so good. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. The amiibos are cool, and then we got Mario Wonder, which is, I don't know. It could be cool. It looks like they are trying to do some different things. Like it looks like they're kind of working with the new Mario kind of vibe, but doing something a little different, which is cool. We'll see. I'll probably pick it up, honestly. It's weird. We got a lot of Mario, like Mario Luigi type stuff. But honestly, they hit a lot of big franchises in this. It's like, could we have heard that like Tears of the Kingdom DLC is going to happen? Sure. Could we have gotten like Metroid news? Eventually we will. But like, I'm looking at the list of games I'm interested in, and it's like, it might not be the most like title looks odd. I get what you mean. I feel like they're trying to combine like the old school like big line kind of cartoony thing with like the new style. Yeah, it looks like I probably could have made it, but I don't know. I don't think it looks too bad. But yeah, I don't know. It's like Metroid is obviously I feel like one of the biggest things missing from these, but we'll hear about that when we hear about that. It'll happen when it happens. All right, so yeah, exactly. I think it could do cool things. I think it could be a fun 2D Mario that we haven't really had. It's one that has stuck around in some time. All right, so that's the direct. So here is my plan, and here's kind of what I wanted to do with the stream. So as the original name of the stream suggested before it crashed, I've been gone for a while. The last video I uploaded was in February. It was on Pikmin 4. And to be honest, I didn't have enough time to making that video. I'm really happy with it for how much time I had, but like I played all the games in like a month or something, and then not including like script writing, I legitimately made that video in 3 days. It was grueling. I basically didn't sleep. And it was just a bad time, but it was a really good video. But I haven't been able to do anything since then. And that's mostly because I'm working on an album for the new band I'm in called Night Fury. I'll pull it up just for a little bit of promo. Let's see. Always great to show your complete lack of SEO priority or things like that. Yeah, this is us. There I am. So we've released 2 singles so far. We're gonna release another soon. We did a music video that I'm really proud of. I'm really happy with that. You should check that out. But either way, that's basically the reason why I've not been able to do anything. I've had literally no time. I've just been working on the album nonstop. So what I want to do with this stream is use it as an excuse to record some stuff real quick that I just don't have time to do a real video about. My 2 ideas for those were to kind of catch up on reviews that I don't have time to write, and to talk about Pikmin 4. Thank you. I'm very proud of I'm actually very, very proud of the Pikmin 4 video. I really wish it came out longer before we got Pikmin news, because I think it could have done a lot better than it did. But that's just how time worked out. So, but 2 kind of things I considered doing were catching up on reviews that I don't have time to write on the website right now, and to talk about Pikmin 4. So the reviews I want to really just gun through, talk about very quick impressions, and then I'm going to record, and then I'm going to talk about Pikmin 4 thus far, and then I'm I'm going to take that and turn it into its own video. I think I'm not going to do it with the reviews. I'll just say that here because whatever, and it'll be here if people are interested. If you want to stick around and hear me talk about stuff, that'd be great. And either way, thank you for watching. Like I've said, it's nice. It's honestly nice to be back. I've been jonesing to do Room 100 stuff more. But like all of this is gonna be super super off the cuff. It's gonna be very like we're just going for it. So if you want to watch me talk about Pikmin later, once I'll cut it up a little bit maybe. Then that's totally understandable. But for now, let me gun through these things that I've seen since like the end of last year and into this year or played, and just kind of talk about them real quick. It's like midnight. Ooh, where are you? I assume somewhere across the way. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping in. And yes, I should change. Well, I have like these tabs of like movie posters pulled up, so that's what I'll work off of. All right, so let me go through these real quick, because I want to focus on Pikmin. All right, first thing I want to write a review about. Literally didn't have the time. It's Glass Onion, sequel to Knives Out. Really good. I might still prefer Knives Out a little bit more just because it's more my vibe. And like there are similarities in terms of kind of the themes and messages of the movie that but I would say it's not a case where if you've seen one, you've seen both. They're both very good, very, very funny, very, very interesting movies. One of the only things I worry about with Glass Onion is I think Daniel Craig as Blanc, like everyone loves him. I love him. I think making him the main character does kind of decrease his value as a character because he works really, really well as like an additional entity. But when he's the main character, I feel like you lose a little bit of a connection point and like letting like, you're pushing this character maybe beyond its limits. I'm not sure about that. In the third one, I would really like to see him with like a rival, like a Moriarty, basically. But either way, great movie. I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It was very enjoyable. Quantum Mania, barely worth talking about. Again, just I did want to write like a side note kind of review on this, but it was fine. It was the best Ant-Man movie. It's still like a 5 out of 10. I think even with all the stuff going with Jonathan Majors, like he was a good villain, but they like didn't let him maybe he would come back, but they didn't let him stick around. Like they started to build a cool villain and then got rid of him. Just I don't know. A lot of the things the movie did I did not care about, but ultimately I barely remember anything about it. It's like a 5 out of 10. Puss in Boots. So this got a ton of praise like last year, and still like people are kind of holding this as like one of the better kind of animated movies. And because I will say yes, the stylization, the animation is really, really cool. The use of the villains is great. It has no right being as good as it is, honestly. I will say it was a little overrated. People were talking about like this was one of the best animated movies ever. It was really good. It wasn't like a Spider-Verse, but it was good. One second. Let me check a couple things. Anyway, it was good, but a little overrated. I'd say like 7.5, 7. People were talking like this is a 10 out of 10 movie. I do not feel that way. This was fantastic. Probably second best to compare after the first one, maybe. Really, really good. The overhead, like Hotline Miami shots were incredible. Just a great movie. Probably like a 7.5. D&D movie, good, better than it has any right to be. Entertaining. Haven't really thought about it. Doesn't stick around a lot, but it's a perfect definition of like kind of dumb fun with a lot of stuff to be interested in if you're actually into D&D. So I'd give it like a 7. Now we're getting into kind of like the biggest 3 that I would like to kind of talk about more in length, but I'm still going to keep it short because I don't have anything scripted or planned. This was better than I expected. Since day one, hearing that Illumination was doing Mario, I was like, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be absolutely awful. I don't like Illumination's movies. The animation was very good. It was very pleasant. The voice acting, besides a couple, like Cranky Kong, which is weird, was very good. I forgot it was Chris Pratt very quickly. He is a talented voice actor. It's still funny that he's Mario, but like he's very talented. I honestly liked him better than Charlie Day's Luigi. And Jack Black was amazing, of course, though I thought like he could have had more to do with how much people were saying that he was amazing. Anya Taylor-Joy also was quite good. And I also never got distracted by Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. All fairly solid. In terms of as a movie, the biggest complaint everyone's saying is like it's substanceless. There's like barely any plot. I would say I agree, but it's almost like a monkey's paw, because it's like, yes, it's a very shallow, very like we're just hitting the story beats, the bare minimum, and we're getting through it to tell the story, which is like, would I like more? Can you do more deeper, interesting things with this character and the dynamics of the characters, with the brother dynamic and Mario is like an outsider in this world and Mario and Peach and things like that? Yeah, you could do a lot with that with talented writers. However, Illumination does not have talented writers. You can see that even from what's in this movie. So like if we got more, it would probably be worse. And that's what I'm really worried about with the sequel. If they make a Zelda movie, it will be bad. I'm not even going to give that one a chance of being good. It makes no sense for Illumination to make that movie. That movie needs to be by like the Arcane people or like Studio Ghibli or something. It's not Zelda should not belong to Illumination. And that's what I'm also really worried about this movie doing well, is that Nintendo's just going to keep letting them do stuff. And it's not like they work okay for Mario. Everything else, like maybe one other property, you can keep doing Donkey Kong, I guess, but like everything else, such just not good. But either way, on the whole, is this movie bad? No. Oh, my mic. Is the movie bad? No. Could it be better? Absolutely. Is it better? Is it better than I thought it would be? Yes. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Now, back to back with this, which is like a 9 out of 10. It is worthless though. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse was amazing. I would say better in some ways than Into the Spider-Verse, and a little less memorable in some ways. Into the Spider-Verse, just because it's its own condensed thing, I think will always be better to just pop on and rewatch at any time. However, this movie is so ambitious and does so many cool things. The art style is like next level. They've really gone like full, like very expressive. The new music is incredible. All of the performances are great. It's just an amazing movie. Like my only complaints are like, I think in Gwen's universe the art changes a little too drastically during the emotional moments, and it starts to get a little distracting. And there's a time where Miles is grounded, and then some stuff happens, and then he's kind of just like out and about with his parents again, and they're not angry that he like snuck out and isn't grounded. And that was weird. It felt like they cut a scene there where they saw him and were like, oh, there he is, and then like had a discussion about why they're not going to be angry at him or something like that. Those are like my only 2 complaints. Everything else is fantastic. It's like a 9.5 out of 10, something like that. It's incredible. And finally, been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I have rolled credits, and then I'm going back through and doing like all the quests I can find and all the shrines and stuff. This game's great. I already thought Breath of the Wild was like one of the best games ever, and this game makes Breath of the Wild look like trash. It adds so many good things. The mechanics are incredible. The size of the game is enormous. And one of my biggest, like, my two biggest complaints about Breath of the Wild was the story and the quests. The story was like nothing, which it had to be because of the nonlinear structure. And the quests were all just not that fun, and they had no reward. There was like Tarrytown, and that was the only good quest. But I still loved the game. I still loved the vibe. It felt like you were always doing the right thing. There are so many good things about that game, but I feel like this has balanced being a more complete game along with the intent of Breath of the Wild. The story was genuinely hooking. Like, it's not like the biggest, like the best performances ever, but I like the characters. I really wanted to see what happened with Zelda and to save Zelda. And then the quests are great. That you get so many unique items. There's so many cool things to do. Gerudo is once again the best area, but like everything is pretty close. The like boss areas and the boss fights, everything is just like amazing. It's a truly amazing game. Is it perfect? I would say that there are, because they have put more emphasis into story, there are a couple more moments where you feel like you're not doing the right thing, whereas Breath of the Wild had none of that because there was no right thing. Now, there still is that, like, you can play it very straight linearly if you want to, like a traditional Zelda game, or you can play like Breath of the Wild. But in the back of my mind, there were times where it was like, I feel like I'm not playing this right. And not in the fun way, like feeling like you're breaking the game with your abilities. It was just like, I shouldn't be here right now. Either way, it's an amazing game. It's like 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, something like that. It's just incredible. But you probably already knew that. All right. So here is what I want to do now. I've gotten that out of the way. Where is Pikmin? There it is. What I would like to do. All right, so, yeah, Pikmin section. Click. Hello. So as I said, I have not had the time to do a full video. If you're watching this after the fact, and you want to learn more about that, watch towards the end of my direct reaction. It's the second one after the stream crashed. Basically, I haven't had time to make a full video, so I'm using this stream to talk about Pikmin and to do a video on it. Okay, I'll talk about this real quick. I think Tears of the Kingdom is wholeheartedly better. I just have no, like, I haven't done the DLC for Breath of the Wild. I should do that at some point. But, like, I find no reason to go back to Breath of the Wild now. Like, it's a much more relaxing, kind of chill, like, play how you want experience. But it's like, Tears of the Kingdom just has so much. Like, the underground alone is insanity. And then again, the quests are better, the characters are better, the music is honestly, like, both games had good music, but like the music is great, the story is great. I think the acting is better. Like, they literally took what I thought was one of the best games and were like, actually, this game is terrible. And some people didn't like Breath of the Wild. For some people, Breath of the Wild didn't work. I think this game is for anyone, because I think you can play however, like, unless you're just too bad at the puzzles, like, you can play this game however you want, and it's a good game. And I think it has something to look for everyone. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom for me is like, is so clearly better that it's like comical. But yeah. All right, so basically, a lot of people have been really excited about Pikmin 4. When Pikmin 4 first got announced, I was hype. I was like over the moon. I played all the games, and I put out my Pikmin 4 video, and I really thought I was on to something, honestly. Like, most of the time, I have a lot of allowance for my ideas versus what really happens. Take Smash movesets, for example. It's like, you know, I'm going to get some things right. I'm probably going to get the general, like, like, because the thing is with Smash movesets, if you get one core concept wrong, then the kind of branch off of that, you're wrong about all of that. But it's always good. Like, even if I'm not accurate with what I was thinking how it would work, the moveset's always good. I feel that way about Prime 4. Prime 4 is probably going to be nothing like the video I put out, but it's still going to be good. But Pikmin 4, people have been really excited for, and the more I've watched and the more I've thought about it, the more worried I've been. It seems like they're going way too far from the intended vibe of Pikmin, like the first 3. And there's just so many elements that are taking away from the Pikmin. There's technical stuff I'm not happy with. There's just so many choices that really worry me. That I think, like, there's a baseline of excitement over just, yay, new Pikmin game, and people want the game to do well, so we get more Pikmin. But I don't, like, are we willing to take a lesser Pikmin experience just so we get more Pikmin games? I honestly wouldn't. I would want them to take time and really make something, which, I mean, hey, they've taken enough time with Pikmin 4, but is this what they came up with? So what I kind of want to do, I've had issues that I've kind of been writing down, and I want to go through the trailers and talk about some things as they pop up, and then I want to rewatch this new one because I think there's a lot to take in here. It's incredible it's only like 4 minutes because it felt like so much more, but honestly, we've gotten so little from this game, and the stuff that I've seen has not been reassuring. All right, so our first big trailer, I will say, returning to a more human environment. Sorry, this is not muted. Returning to a more human environment is very cool. It's what I wanted. The camera looks great. It's what I expected it to be. I think those are all cool aspects that I'm happy that they are kind of experimenting with this angle. Now, this person, and we'll skip ahead to this concept. Stupid thing. I am like 50-50 on this whole idea of custom character. Because here's the thing, inherently, if you let me customize myself and put myself into a game, I'm going to like it. I made a little clay figure of myself in Pikmin because I thought it would be fun. Like, it's always fun to see yourself in the style. However, Pikmin is so character-oriented to me. Like, Alamore's logs are such a big part of the game that losing that is just... I think is going to make the experience a lot worse. I think they're trying to replace that with finding the original rescue core and finding the castaways, which I don't think are custom, but I'll have to look real close at this new trailer and see if we're seeing the same ones from before. Because if everyone would be custom, that'd be really weird. But I assume that's their intent, but like, I don't know. I just want Olimar to be... Olimar is one of the Nintendo's best characters, and it's weird that they've made him this, like, complete dope who just can't stop crashing on the planets and, like, is obsessed with treasure. Like, he's so much more in Pikmin 1 and 2. And let's see. I'll respond to this. Significantly worse than the previous games. There's more of a slight fall-off. Well, we don't know yet because it's not out, but, like... From what it seems like, this could be like a drastic fall off. Because I mean, there was Hey Pikmin. I never played Hey Pikmin. It doesn't look very fun, but a lot of people were not happy with it, and I get why. It's like, you know, it was trying to do something different when people just wanted Pikmin 4. But like for this to step in and be like, hey, this is the next mainline one, and to do a lot of these things that I'm not crazy about, I could really fall off. I don't know. And yeah, not every game needs customization. Sometimes it's cool to just be with a good character, because it's like a lot of, again, I feel very misguided fans are like, oh, this will make you connect to your Pikmin even more because it's you in the game and you're making these decisions. And it's like, I think the magic of a player character that's a real character is not only are you putting yourself in their shoes, but you're also rooting for them. You feel bad when you suck at the game and you make them fail, or you make them feel bad. Like Pikmin 1, if you wipe out all the Pikmin, Olimar is like morose, and like that's great. It's great as a thing because you're like, man, I let Olimar down, and it's just so much more powerful, so much more interesting than just blank face, no reaction. I'll say this, to go back to the Zelda thing real quick. One of my only complaints about Tears of the Kingdom is that it's even more apparent. It's more apparent than ever that Link isn't reacting, isn't emoting in an interesting way compared to a lot of past Zelda games. And it's like, what if you took that and then you removed any connection to the character of Link, and that's what you're getting here? Like, you're getting just these blank, no-faced Hokutations with no personality that you're supposed to put yourself into. And it's just like, but again, it's like, if this was the only bold choice they were making, if it was putting a custom character into Pikmin 1, 2, or 3, I could excuse that. But it's everything combined that it's giving me nothing to be like, ooh, but this could be cool, or like this looks promising. It's like everything is concerning, and that's why it's been so wild to see people so excited over it, just outside of the pure fact that it's Pikmin. All right, so let's keep going through. So and also, I'll say this too. Going from one captain to two captains to three captains back to one captain and the dog is rough. That is a really rough call. Rough dog, whatever. I'm sure it's because they made this dog character for whatever reason. I'll talk about that when we get to it. And they're making it more of an adventure thing. The art style is more like you're running around, you're climbing, you're doing all this stuff. So they probably figured having too many characters in this really big world wouldn't work. And with the camera angle, the Pikmin are generally really tight to you. So if you had this whole big group, it might not work. It's just a whole lot of things where it feels like they made one choice that may or may not have been good, and then they built stuff around it that was worse, that made it worse. But like, not having multiple captains and thus cutting out things like go here and like that jumping back and forth and managing things around the map and getting a bunch of things done at once, that's rough. Like, it just literally feels like a downgrade to the gameplay of Pikmin. It's really it's really bizarre. And to take a break here, thank you for watching, Cody. I appreciate it as always. This will be up on its own later. But yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, just a major downgrade. Purely, truly, and simple. Just a step back from where the series was going. I guess I'll talk about this real quick. It's not like the biggest gameplay thing, but like the onion looks terrible. And the Pikmin animation is awful. It's really bad. You can really tell if you go to like the website and you see the clips they're playing, and we'll probably see more, but it's like the Pikmin have like barely animation when they're running around, and you're closer to them than ever, so it's bizarre. Like, they literally looked like, my friend says it, like they're getting dragged by like a mouse cursor. They're just like just flying around the map. It's really odd. And it's like, why didn't the effort go here? Why did you stop caring about the Pikmin? All right, let's see. I mean, that's, and like the areas, the enemies, they look cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the setting and the camera are exactly what I wanted. That's like the one thing where it's like, if this is what Pikmin's going to be, I'm excited. But I think those philosophies led to a lot of the things that I really don't like. Ice Pikmin. This is another like 50-50 to me. To me, Ice Pikmin is a very fan choice. Thank you, Beluga. Always nice to see you. Thank you for watching. It's a very fan-made Pikmin thing. It's like so generic that when I saw this, I was like, dang, I really should have banked on this, because it's a thing that's been in the Pikmin discussion for so long, and it's like, look, they freeze enemies, they freeze water. I think they have a lot of really cool, no pun intended, uses that like could be exciting. A lot of people have pointed out the kind of like biological thing, which I'm sure they're fuming after the new trailer, but we'll get to that. And it's like, yeah, why is this a sentient rock of ice with eyes? Like, it doesn't make sense in terms of Pikmin. I agree enough. It doesn't really bother me. My main thing is just like, it's interfering with blue, and it just doesn't add a lot. And it just feels like a fan idea that they're like, yeah, ice Pikmin, it's an element we haven't done, cool. And it's just like, it just doesn't really do it for me. Okay, I think I have my notes I'm going through. I think there's like one main thing else to talk about, but I'll just kind of keep skipping through the trailer. So yeah, this I like. In theory, I like this, because I said in my Pikmin 4 video that I want the Pikmin to kind of stay on tasks to like create opportunities in the world, whether that's like the yellows staying on electrical circuits so that the power stays on, things like that. So ice freezing the water so you can do certain things. It's really cool. It sucks that you have this and you also have the dog who can take you across water, and it's like, why are the blues even here? Like, it's just weird. And then we have this thing. This atrocity. This doesn't need to be in a game. Like, stylistically, it doesn't look good. It's not an appealing creature. If this was a Bulborb, it'd be so much better. Like you get a tamed Bulborb. That's kind of cool. I would still not like what it's doing gameplay-wise, because that's far more important than the design, but I would at least be a little cooler with it if it looked good. I don't like how it looks. But then, the dog is breaking obstacles, it's attacking enemies, it's carrying things, and it's bringing you across water. It's like, what game are we playing? Why are we doing that? Like, I'm getting too worked up. I'm knocking the mic over. Why are we doing this in Pikmin? Like, let the Pikmin carry things, let the Pikmin break things, make new Pikmin to do these things. Like, let a bunch of blues be a raft across the water. I don't know. Like, that would be funnier and cooler than just jumping on this dog's back. Riding on this dog is going to be 90% of the game, it looks like. And I assume that was partially a compromise for how big the areas are going to be. This is one of the biggest things that I'm worried about for this game, is it's like, games called Pikmin, there's been such a de-emphasizing of the Pikmin through the captain being able to do a little bit more, with the new types not being that interesting, and then especially with Ochi being like this kind of hybrid of Pikmin and captain. And I'm like, they talked about this whole Dandori thing, and me and my friends were so excited that they were talking about this concept, because it sounded like what we thought Pikmin was. And now we'll get to Dandori Battles, which is its own thing, but it doesn't feel like they're doing that. It feels like they're trying to make this new, different game that is completely changing the style of Pikmin. And really forgetting the roots of like trying to build your Pikmin army to keep them alive and then to multitask with them. Like, how are you going to do more than one thing at once? I feel like they're going in a much more adventure style game, which, to be fair, I was worried that they would be going way too much into an RPG, the turn-based, like RTS kind of thing with base management and upgrades, and they might still be doing that. But then there's also this element, and it just feels like it's trying to be too many things that aren't, to me, what is Pikmin. All right, let's keep going through. I'll check out these guys later in terms of the thing. The bosses look great. Like, oh, well, I guess I should talk about the fact that caves are back in general. I'm not thrilled with that, because to me, caves were an absolute mood killer in Pikmin 2. Made the like literally every other Pikmin game is like a pretty nice time. Like, you're just going through and then it's over when it's over and it feels good. Pikmin 2 dragged on for me a lot. It is padding, whether you like it or not. It is padding. So I hope they shrink down the caves and make them more concise challenges, kind of like what I said in my Pikmin video. Because otherwise, the caves tied with the gigantic world and presumably no day limit is going, like, the game's going to be 40 hours and it's going to be miserable. So we'll see. I'm curious if there are multiple landing zones, because they said there's multiple sections. You might be able to go between sections during the day. I feel like they still haven't said. I am interested in that. It could be a cool concept. I'm not sure. But I think that, and then there's the night stuff. We'll talk about the night stuff next. I already talked about the custom character thing. The only thing I want to say here is to kind of reiterate, why are we performing character assassination on Olimar? Like, again, I truly think he's one of Nintendo's best protagonists. I think he's very charming, he's very fun, and you want to do well so that he's happy. But it feels like they've just decided that there are Pikmin tropes that are fun to repeat over and over, and that they don't have to try to do anything else. Which is weird, because it's the first time they've done that, and so it's really noticeable. Because it's like they were already kind of not doing right by Olimar, in my opinion, by having him like just constantly going out to get treasure. Like, he wasn't trying to pay off debt. He didn't crash land and was looking for parts. Like, now he just loves treasure and just keeps leaving his family for some reason. Whatever. Weird choice, but I guess it is what it is. But now it's like, so not only is that happening, now every Pikmin game just has to be, you crash land on the planet. Which is like, why? There's no reason. Like, they made allusions to something causing those crashes, and the whole Umibozu theory that I really like, and that I incorporated into my ideas with my video. But now it's just, unless they address that in the game, it literally just seems like every game now is going to be, you crash land, and it's like, it feels like Princess Peach has been captured, you know? It's that same thing of like, what are we doing here? Why can't we expand on this at all? Like, why is everyone so inept? Like, even Pikmin 3, it's like, they had some reasons. Plus, they had the whole, like, the Plasm Wraith kind of, some implied thing going on there. But it's like, Pikmin 1, he crashed because it was his first time, he didn't know what was going on. Pikmin 2, they don't even crash, really. They get separated very slightly, but they dodge the asteroid. And then they can come and go as they please. The only reason you're there is to pay off the debt and then to go find Louie. So it's like, great, we've broken the cycle already. Why are we doing that again? It's just so, it's so baffling. I don't get it. Finally, we now have new information. I had said before the direct, kind of to myself and to my friends, that this was a very make or break trailer. Honestly, I don't think it has been, but there's so much going on. I'm going to rewatch it and kind of comment as we go. So let's see.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps. As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet.
I love seeing these bosses. Again, it's like having them just kind of around is a good sign that this game will be more challenging, because I did think Pikmin 3 is a little too easy. And it does seem like the enemies have decent health bars. I'm hoping that they really wreck shop. It is nice to see them at the very least. Let's continue.
Planet with all sorts of life forms.
Oh, I didn't even note this guy. Like a viney blowhog, something like that. He's kind of cool. It sucks that he's basically my my green Pikmin idea. But I like him. That's a good design. Honestly, with the enemies we've seen so far, I'm pretty happy. Like, they've gotten that aspect of it down pretty well.
There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin. And the adorable rescue pup, Ochi.
Hate him.
Good boy.
Shut up.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and save any castaways you find. All right,
All right, watch the Pikmin move here. Let me...
Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action. Blow your whistle.
Okay, let me... Hold on.
And have them follow you. Throw your little...
They look a little better. They look the tiniest hair better. It feels like you can actually see them ambulating as opposed to just like robots on a track. So a little better. I think they could still be a lot better for how tight the wait. Oh my god, I just saw.
Whistle to gather them.
Is your Pikmin limit 30? No way. No way. They would not. Dude, if your Pikmin limit is 30, that's like disgusting. Dude, come on. You better upgrade that. You better upgrade that. That's pitiful. Like, why are we just stepping back? Okay, I'm being informed. I'm getting beep, 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 beep. I'm getting news that at some point the counter is 40. I hope to God, I hope to God that we can get that number higher, because I hope it goes up to 100, because are you kidding me? Like, if we're losing captains and Pikmin limit, like for the first time since 1, like that would be abysmal. All right. Let's see what we can notice. Pikmin movement is slightly better. Let's talk about the day timer. I like this day tracker generally, and so it looks kind of like what I was expecting. It looks like you have daytime, and then it looks like there is a period of night where things are more dangerous. We'll get to that when they talk about nighttime, but I thank God there's a day timer. If there was no day timer, then it would be dead game. It would be dead on arrival.
Throw your little buds at things, and they'll start working for you.
I hate calling them little bugs. You fucking weirdo. What are you talking about? They're like, whatever. Weird thing that bothered me, but it's like, what are you talking about? Okay, let's continue. I still don't know what these gems are for.
Ochi will also prove to be a great canine companion.
Anything going on in the background here besides this atrocious dog?
He can carry items with Pikmin.
Okay, no. So, okay, so yeah, you have 4 here or something like that. Let me get the YouTube thing out of the way. Yeah. Okay, so it might be something 24. Okay, so it's something like you're controlling your max or something along those lines. Like, it's showing how many of the maximum that you've taken out there are. I guess it's a weird way to do it. We'll see how high it goes.
And if you need a flotation device, well,
hate that. The areas look really good. It's a shame. The areas look great. If you put again, I really hate to be like this, but like, if you put my ideas into these maps, be perfect. I hate to be like that. I'm usually totally fine with accepting that my ideas are my ideas. It doesn't have to be like that to be good. I accept that with movesets. I accept that with Prime 4. I accept that with a lot of things. But this is, again, it just feels like they've got this bad framework that they've built on in amongst a lot of cool things like the map and the enemies.
Ochi can even stand up to the wildest creatures. Collect lots.
What happens if Ochi dies? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to see. It sounds horrible, but like, what happens? Do you have to bring him back to the ship to heal up or something? Originally, I really didn't think they would even give Ochi a health bar because I was like, they're not going to hurt the dog. We'll see. I mean, at least that means you can't just push him throughout the entire game. Like, something bad can happen. Oh, hold on. It's too far away. I literally have this Game Boy SP sitting like directly behind me. That's funny. That's humorous. Anyway.
Of treasures scattered around the planet to fix the spaceship's radar and open up new areas to explore.
Okay, so yeah, massive areas. I do love this aesthetic. Again, I feel like vibe-wise, they're doing a lot of cool things. They're doing things that I wanted to see. It comes down to the mechanics and the story.
Exploration isn't limited to the surface, though. Why not take the plunge underground?
You got your caves.
Here, a completely different environment.
That seems kind of cool. You got buttons and stuff. You're still collecting these gems, so it's like a combo of the gems and the treasure, which is like, okay. I'm not crazy about it. It's very just video gamey. Oh yeah, I'm even looking at our Pikmin account. I don't think we've seen it for a little bit. So we go up to 40 and then we go up to 45.
Unusual.
Yeah, we go up to 45. Okay. So what is our 60? Okay. Looks like we're cool. I retract my the Wollywog is massive. That's cool. I hope he actually kills and doesn't just kind of like plant them or something. That's really good to see though. I'm hoping the limit is still 100. It does look like, I mean, the camera's a little wider here, whether that's because of the enemy or the amount of Pikmin. That's good. That we're keeping, it looks like we'll still be at 100 Pikmin, thank God. I want to watch the Pikmin movement a little more.
And even
there's still the animation's not what's the carry look like?
Creatures. And even more treasures are around every.
Carrying looks okay. I think the issue is that you're moving. There's a disconnect between the movement speed and the animation speed, and I think there's some disconnect there. I don't know which one has to go which way. It looks like this red down here is bald. It's just really funny to me. There's some disconnect that seeing a little bit more, I think I would get over it. It still doesn't look as good as like the other ones, I think.
Corner. You might unexpectedly find some castaways too. Hey, wait a minute.
All right. Let's unpack this. This is one of the biggest things of this trailer. Oh, and it looks like Blue Onion is back there as well. So, and does they always dive into these separate things? So first off, I still wonder if these castaways are also customizable. We'll see after this section. But so it would seem. Is this really? So, okay, a little bit of context. Amongst some of the other things I've disagreed with the Pikmin community on recently, including general excitement for the game, there has been this bizarre theory that this game takes place in the bad ending of Pikmin 1. So, in the bad, for if you're not aware for some reason and you're watching this video, the bad ending of Pikmin 1 is that you fail to escape the planet. The Pikmin carry you back to the onion, and you sprout. You grow a. It ends with like you grow a Pikmin sprout. And this guy's evil, so I guess his name is Prickman. But anyway, sorry. And in my mind, I was like, that's stupid. They're not going to do that. Because I had kind of resigned to this, like, they just don't care about the story. And it's like, and like, they're not thinking that deep into it. They're not thinking about this weird timeline thing and this weird sequel prequel that Pikmin 4 is there, that the fans were alleging to be. They wouldn't do that. They're just going to say, oh, Olimar crashed, whatever. Now I'm worried I'm wrong again. Because every time I've talked about this game so far, I've thought that the fan theories were really stupid, and this is so far a very fan-made feeling game. Honestly, a lot of the concepts are literally straight from videos that I have watched and me and my friends have mocked in the past, because we're like, this person doesn't get it. Like, what is this dumb idea? Let me move my mic. But this is troubling. This is a little troubling. And look, I'm not saying that the idea isn't cool. It's a really cool idea if you say that this is taking place after Olimar fails to get away. XCOM 2 takes place after the case where you lose in XCOM 1. And that's really fun. However, why are we doing this? Is it possible that this is Olimar has crash landed again and he's been infected by this thing and we'll have to save him or something? Because this is Olimar, right? We're not pretending that this is some character. It is really funny that we have a captain-sized enemy who is trying to use similar tactics to fight you, because that's literally the idea I had. It's literally the fucking idea, except for mine was based off of the Plasm Wraith, and like instead of being this like Captain Pikmin hybrid, it was a like kind of goo creature who was covering and stealing your Pikmin and collecting treasure for their own means. So it is very funny that I was like onto something in this tangential way. This dog is even worse than the last. So I'm wondering from this screenshot, I'll try to see it in action. It looks like the thing might have eyes on the top of it. So maybe it is some kind of weird leech creature. Let's see.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, okay, it was just shine. Never mind.
Castaway. You've got to stop him. It's time for a Dandori battle.
What is this? What am I looking at? I think I blacked this out during actually watching the direct. What are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? Come on. All right, so let's try to break this down. We're on this ugly stage for some reason. Why this can't just happen in the world like I had wanted is beyond me. You have weird Pikmin Olimar, who is brainwashed, and he's talking about the concept of Dandori, and you have to fight him. He says 1v1 me, and then you go into his private fucking COD lobby, and then you play him in Pikmin.
Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi. Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit to win, and save the castaway.
The phrasing of this is so weird. Am I getting angry about this for no reason? Is this multiplayer? Or is this in the single player? Because they show the captain. They show you find Pikmin Olimar. And then, but you get you have the weird Pikmin colors with the flowers to indicate the teams. And this is obviously based off of the battle modes of 2 and 3. I'll have to look at the website after this and try to clarify, because they phrase it like, no, it's a CPU talking to you. It's a CPU talking to you. This has to be part of the game. What's going on? What is happening? This is probably the angriest I've been about this game. This is such an okay idea that they have just screwed up. And that's what's annoying about so much of this, is that it's a bunch of ideas that are cool on paper that they took like the bad route towards, and it's all coalescing into this thing that I just don't like. And if you think this is cool, if you think this game is going to be for you, I'm not saying that you should enjoy it. I'm not saying that your idea of Pikmin is wrong. It's compared to mine. I'm allowed to think that on my own, but I'm not saying that's factual. It's just like, what are we doing here? That's all I keep asking myself. What is this Pikmin game? What are we doing here? All right, let's keep going, or else we're never gonna get through this, because we have Night to talk about too.
By rescuing castaways, you'll be able to do.
Yeah, we got the egghead guy. We got Shepard, it looks like, and then Collins.
Right next to your spaceship.
Kind of. No, they have different hair, I think. Especially no, Shepard does have that. Okay, yeah. So you do find set characters, it looks like, and it looks like Louie's in the background there. Is it Louie? No. No, it's not Louie. It's just some weird someone in a different suit. I can't really tell. Something. I don't know what to make of that. It's not Louis, but they got a different suit than the castaways. I'm not sure what's going on there yet.
Camp, which is right next to your spaceship. Train.
Hold on. Let's check. I need to check out these symbols. So you got Ochi. You got the guy in the background. You have maybe captain upgrades. What is the sun? Is it... So me and especially one of my friends who helped me do the Pikmin video, but we've been worried about the idea of missions in Pikmin as opposed to just doing your thing. And this is troubling. We'll see if we see anything.
Train Ochi and teach him.
Why are you digging? Why are you digging? We have white Pikmin. Okay, so my assumption is because there's so many Pikmin in the game. I'm trying to think of this from a game design aspect. Because there's so many Pikmin in the game, we are trying to have this dog who can do a lot of different things, so that if you don't have the right Pikmin at the time, you don't have to kind of like either go back and get more or like scrap it for the day. And you have this dog who can do a couple different things. They can handle water. He can handle attacking things, can handle digging, can handle carrying, things like that. He can heal you. That's my assumption. I don't like it, and also I think this whole thing is lame. But that's my guess.
Or build.
So that's the lab. Did we get to see a name of the other thing? No.
Or build new equipment.
So that's okay. So the gems are to upgrade yourself, I guess. It seems like all that they're going to be used for. So you find the gems to upgrade yourself. And then you find the treasure to do the ship and to do the main objectives, I guess. Some of these seem a little redundant, but I'm like not. There's also items, which is I'm not sure about that.
And items to help make exploration.
I would like to see these items. Do we see these items? I don't think so.
First time in the
This is somebody new.
Pikmin series, you can eventually set out for night expeditions.
Set out for night expeditions, and it shows you going off in the ship.
But there's a catch. Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert. Thankfully, you'll come across the new glow Pikmin, which only appear at night. Find luminals that produce valuable glow sap. These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use glow Pikmin.
So, No, it's not a day timer. I don't think it is a day timer. It's a mission timer. Yeah, because originally I thought it was like, yeah, you get the normal color of the timer, and then the red is at night, and then you have that amount of time to operate at night or something. It really might. No, but why is there no? Why are you combining an open world and missions? Right? It hurts my brain. But like that's what this is, right? You talk to either the guy who gives you an objective for the daytime or a person who gives you an objective for nighttime. Also, glow Pikmin are the dumbest so far. Why are they ghosts?
To drive them away and protect.
What do they do? Yeah, they're just like some weird specific kind of all-rounder Pikmin since you can't use them in the day, and it seems like you can't use the other Pikmin at night.
Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet. But with the Pikmin,
maybe. Yeah, I'm getting more news. Regular Pikmin could turn into glow Pikmin, which is, I mean, maybe like there is this weird hive thing that could be the case.
And Ochi by your side.
That boss looks cool. That boss looks cool.
No challenges.
It's so weird how coy they're being with the everything besides the main four and the new ones, because it's like we're seeing rocks, we're seeing. I think we see some wings. Yeah, we see whites there. So it's like, yeah, we're seeing all of them. They're doing their thing.
Pikmin 4.
All right. I lied. This has been the most troubling the most troubling of the of the things so far.
Pikmin 4.
All right. Let me start to wrap this up. Okay. So, let me take a quick break, read through some group chats and see if there's stuff that I am missing. I want to double check that. Oh, hold on. What are our prices? Pikmin 1 and 2 bundle for $50. That's pretty cool. Another suggestion. Doesn't necessarily indicate missions, but is there a timer when talking to castaways at base? That's a good question, and I don't think so. I don't think that's true.
Your opponent within the time limit to win and save the castaway.
I don't think there is, and so you've made me even more worried.
You'll be able to do more activities back at base camp, which is right next to your spaceship.
Nope.
Train Ochi and teach him new skills.
I think it's mission based. And hold on, let's see. So that's the sun loco. Let's go back. There's the sun. I think it's missions. I think they've officially murdered the game in cold blood. I don't know. I mean, it's like, hold on here. I guess, so we've done this. Let's check out the website if we can. How do I get to it? This is the buying game. I want to learn more. Let's see what we do. We have glow yet? Okay, so sure. So they dig still. I thought that, did they dig in? I think they were good for digging in 3, I think. Yeah, okay, so this is updated. Ball of light sunshine can stun enemies. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if we could use them in any other context. Strength and weight of 10 Pikmin, stun enemies slower. Hopefully they've unnerfed them. Seems like they might have. Heavy on rainbow, sure. Great. Speedy, poisonous, toxic environment. So it seems like they've generally done well with that. Find rescue. Bind. Caves. Take your time. Yeah, no, it's got to be missions. It's got to be. Listen, look at that. Take your time to prepare for the day's excursion. You can chat with rescued Corps members and castaways, accept side missions, and build new equipment to assist your expedition. And the night stuff. Main missions. There you go. That's the proof in the pudding. Main mission: collect sparklium. I think, wasn't that in Hey Pikmin as well? I think it might have been. There you go. It's mission based. Dead on arrival. Shut up, dog. So why are we even bothering? Like, oh, hold on. There's a lot to dissect here. Rewind and retry. Go sideways. No worries. Give yourself a do-over with the rewind time feature and try a different approach. So it's mission based for sure. Again, confirming. Bring your ship to you. There are multiple landing spots for your personal ship. The SS Beagle. Yeah, everything's dog themed, I guess. And in each of the expansive areas you can explore. Once you find a spot, you can freely land there. Helpful for cutting down time going to and from your ship. Why does it matter if we're on missions? I'm not understanding the flow of this. Now, the best case scenario is that they're calling it missions, but it's kind of like adding an extra step to the beginning of the day. So, like, in the beginning of the day, normally in Pikmin, you're picking where you're going to go. And that's about it. And then once you get there, you're on the clock, and you're picking what Pikmin you need to use and all that stuff. I think they're considering this an extra step where you can now upgrade stuff. You choose what Pikmin you're going in with, but you're going to the same areas over and over. So it's still like you're dropping into a world that is continuing. And so if you're growing Pikmin, that's still there. If you were moving treasure, that's still there. And you still have these time limits, I guess. I don't know if we're talking full day or what the deal is. Seems like a really weird balance between selecting missions and then playing the normal game of Pikmin. Stay safe at night, easy prey. Keep them safe by returning them to your ship before it gets dark. If you can't make it back in time. What? Okay, so stay safe at night. So, okay. Every new piece of information I get, I'm like trying to figure out what they're seeing, what they're doing with this game. So now I'm wondering, do you have a timeless overworld where you are going around and collecting treasure, and then night falls and you have to be careful? No. Maybe it's just talking about the end of the day of each mission. I can't even get my head here. I'm not understanding this combination of mission and day limit and big open world where you have multiple landing zones and growing Pikmin, but you have to protect them at night. I'm not following. All right, let's see this. There's been much confusion about this. Dandori challenges. Dandori is a practice centered around planning out things in advance and working efficiently. You know how the fucking game should be. You can even put good Dandori work for your daily life. Thanks. In your expeditions, you'll come across Dandori battles and challenges. Use your time wisely and efficiently to collect the most items before time runs out. So it's basically putting the time trials and the challenge modes directly into the game. And whether or not there's multiplayer, I guess we don't know. Side mission, get gold in all challenges. So that doesn't explain anything, but it clarifies a tiny little bit maybe. Bring a friend. 2 players on the same system can work together or battle it out. Dandori battle. Take on or team up with a second player to collect the most items before time runs out. Who will reign supreme? So is it its own thing? I just don't know. It's very unclear to me. Is this its own separate thing? Because that co-op mode, get help from a second player in the story mode. Using an on-screen pointer, your co-op buddy can throw pebbles at enemies to stun them and unleash helpful items from your inventory. Why? I had just kind of assumed that they would control the dog, which would be a much more. They've somehow made it even less fun. Yeah, why is that the case? Watch charming short movies, read delightful manga, official Pikmin website. This is all old stuff, right? We're not getting anything new. Sure. Yeah, okay, this is all just old stuff. That's fine. This is like the general kind of page. Okay. I feel like I should probably wrap this up and start my actual day.
Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4. Let me think. I guess let's closing thoughts. Scared. Annoyed. There is a demo. They did say that there'd be a demo. Is it worth? I guess it's worth trying the demo to see if it's just something I completely don't care about. Even though, again, like I said, I'm getting a free copy. Me and my friend had a bet that if the game came out before the midpoint of the year, I would buy his copy. If it came out after, he would buy my copy. I'm getting a free copy. I don't know if he's probably not even. I don't think he's even gonna buy it, which is like he's the biggest Pikmin fan I know. So that tells you where we're at. I'm just not under. Every trailer is not telling me here's how the game works. Here's what you're meant to be doing, and here's how we want you to play. This is the most helpful that any of these trailers have ever been. And I'm still confused. I'm still confused how there's this combination of a big open world with multiple landing zones and growing Pikmin and getting treasure, along with seemingly there being day and night missions, along with Dandori battles, whatever the hell that is. I'm not following. I'm not following whatsoever. I'm not seeing the point of it. I just can't follow it. And again, if you're excited for it, it's fine. I'm not telling you to not be excited for it if you like what you're seeing. But it's like I can't follow you there. I'm not seeing what I like in Pikmin 1, 2, and 3 here, which is to grow your team, to grow your Pikmin numbers as strong as possible, to be presented with a challenge and a set time limit and be like, okay, I gotta do this, this, and this, and like this is the best way I can play. Dandori, the thing that they continue to use in a game that is showing me no Dandori. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting it, and by that I mean I'm not understanding the game. Maybe I'm not getting the game. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but that's a lot of tough stuff. It's a lot of brutal stuff. And there's Nintendo games that let me down that I don't care that. Like it's like Mario Strikers. Am I bummed that game really isn't anything and it could have been so much better like the originals? Yeah, absolutely. That's a bummer. But this is like the Switch has been so good for mainline titles. Like you got Odyssey with Mario, and maybe the new 2D one is going to be really cool too. You got Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom with Zelda. You get Dread with Metroid. You got Forgotten Land for Kirby, which I haven't played yet. I've heard it's really good. Looks like the best Kirby, like generally speaking, in terms of like being a different kind of accessible adventure for people. You got all of these really definitive versions of games on the Switch. You got a bunch of super good ports. Now we're getting Pikmin 1. Oh, the Pikmin 1, 2, and 3 are going to be on Switch. That's really cool. And then now there's this. And it's like, it feels like the same kind of thought of like how to best improve the feel and the gameplay of the Pikmin series has not really been considered, in my opinion. So I think that'll end it for now. If you're watching the stream, thank you for watching. I'm going to upload this as a separate chunk later, and try to annoy some Pikmin fans for views. And if you're watching this after the fact, then if you want a little bit more context, then I have 2 streams from my direct reaction. The stream crashed in the middle. So there's the first half and the second half. The second half has Pikmin. The second half also has me kind of explaining why I'm doing this. This is not my usual style and quality of video. But because of other responsibilities, such as making an album, doing all the production for an album for my band, I haven't had time to do Room 100 stuff. I would like to get back to it. It probably won't happen for a little bit, if we're being honest. Streams are a good excuse to kind of jump back in, which is why I'm doing this and why I'm choosing to make a separate video out of a stream. It's just basically the same chunk of time, and I'm already set up and whatnot. So, you know, if you want to stick around and check out my more kind of like edited and put together videos, please do. I have a video on Pikmin 4 before we learned a bunch of stuff. So if you want a little bit more context as to why I'm so unhappy with this, as to what I think Pikmin is, then you should go check out that video. Either way, whether you watch live or are watching the recording, thank you for watching. We'll see how things go with Pikmin 4, and I will see you around at some point. Thanks for watching. Bye.